I'm Alfred. I'm a glass artist from Toronto, Ontario. I've been working in glass blowing, glass casting, slumping, fusing, cold work, hand-blown neon for the last 28 years. When I decided I wasn't going to be an architect because I didn't want to dedicate myself to possibly becoming a statistician, and I wanted to have the fun that I thought architecture could have, I thought if I did something that was like ancillary to it, as an applied arts and decorative arts type of person, that I would have to pick something and focus and specialize in that. And once having known about this material as a molten form, I thought this is it. Well, I started casting objects when I was like 6 years old. The first thing I ever cast was plaster at a public school across the road from where I lived in East York in Toronto. It was like a summer kids, art camp kind of thing, day by day, a day camp. And so we were casting out of pre-made rubber molds of birds and like all kinds of things. And so that was my first experience with casting. I'd made stuff before then, but I'd never cast them, right, by hand building. And then when I was about 9, I started lead casting off the family stove, like making sand molds in the garden. And my brother and I, but we could only do that when my parents weren't around. That became especially more evident after my mom was going, "Where's my good pot?" That was now in ruins under the veranda, right? But we were collecting scrap lead from wasted industrial sites around the area and taking it home and melting it on the stove and then making lead castings in the garden, carrying a hot pot of lead down the backyard veranda stairs, right? And pouring it into soil. So about glass casting, I got into that when I got in glass in 1982. And it was like an accidental discovery, really. Dropping a hot gob of glass onto something on the floor and the glass took its form from it. So I knew about glass casting, but I'd never done it before. And so my first glass casting was an accident. The idea of the exhibit is to be educational, to inform people about the process of making the stuff that they see, and normally that they don't get an explanation of the process. And maybe they gain a further understanding. Maybe they'll get sucked into being glass blowers. The scene's too small. Right? There's lots of room for more people, as opposed to some people, and there's mainly artist people who believe this. Oh, they think, oh, well, not everyone's an artist. I totally disagree with that. I think everyone's an artist, and I think that they were merely waiting to get the courage and the knowledge to find out what their medium could be and the drive to pursue it.